For many of us here in Lisbon at the European Social Services Conference, the question is perhaps not whether we should develop partnerships and look to integrate our services, is how to do that in a way that's actually going to deliver effective outcomes for people and really improve their lives.
Yeah, building partnership, that's something that's easy to say. You should do this in partnership. But then from words to action, that's different.
What are the things that we need to do to make more partnership approaches to get to people better so that their lives are treated with respect and in ways that there's a holistic approach to working with people?
You cannot have a partnership that is meaningful if you do not respect that right of every individual to participate.
In order for disabled people to have real choice and control over their own lives and have the same opportunities as other non-disabled people, I feel that local authorities or any other countries or policymakers need to really consider the benefits of personalisation.
We have a family in Malmö, a child with disabilities, drug abuse and unemployment. During 1 week they meet 18 people from different services. 18 people. Does this help this family? It's a lot of resources.
If you can arrange things near people, then it's far better. So we have what we call the kitchen table, and at that kitchen table, in people's homes, just one civil servant is coming and is helping the whole family to get things together again.
And has that led to different models in different parts of the country?
It can be different between several cities, and it is normal because of course you have cities of 50,000 citizens, and then you have the bigger cities, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 500,000. So they have other needs. So it is the social welfare center that has to decide how they will want to coordinate all the different partners. And this is the autonomy of the city themselves.
But above all, they must be person-centred and personalised, and we very often find that it is individuals themselves who are the best integrators of personal services. To use the Malmo example, they will understand which ones are the 18 people they want to talk to, which ones are helpful and which ones are less helpful. And I think our role within that as leaders is to try and create the conditions within which many talented staff and citizens can co-produce better outcomes for the future.
So in Australia we've introduced the National Disability Insurance Scheme. It is a big change in terms of how we're delivering services to people with a disability. So in particular we are funding the person, and they can then choose the care and support that they would like to purchase with that money. Previously we funded providers, so we've listened to the voice of people with a disability in Australia, and we've changed the way we're doing things to improve outcomes for those people. Partnerships are extremely important. We fund the individual, but we need then strong partnerships with the sector in order for the sector to be able to respond to the needs of people with a disability, effectively change the way they've been doing business.
I think the public employment service has to change in a way that it has to put the capabilities of a person, the strengths of a person, in a focus, not the deficit. And that means that we have to empower to manage the career, to manage transitions. We are transition managers, and with that our role as only intervening in case of unemployment will move more and more away to a preventative, early intervention, mentoring and counseling and guidance role. So we need partners for that.
O maior obstáculo para atingir esta governança integrada é ser muito difícil de cada instituição deixar de ser principal. Se juntarmos todos, também juntamos todos os recursos. E juntando todos os recursos, multiplicamos a disponibilidade de recursos para os beneficiários.
Queremos mejores resultados de salud y bienestar, mejor experiencia de atención y el mejor uso posible de recursos para las personas en situación de complejidad. Destacaría especialmente la integración de sistemas de información como elemento motor, como palanca de cambio.
Even if the word social does not always appear in the text of the digital single market, it is really important to see all the potential that is behind all these initiatives, from the platforms to the interoperability, to the data elements, to the e-government. All this is really relevant for social policy. Local authorities really need to be aware of the importance of the digital single market.
Integrated social services delivery and better coordination between the different actors is a key to efficient support for the people most in need.
Although we now have so many different types of partnerships, and that is indeed rich, but I think we've gained in understanding that looking at a person as a whole can only be done if different services and different institutions work together.
My limited experience of service integration has been that the social worker who recently assessed me 2 years ago for a personal budget suddenly realised or recognised that my needs were more healthcare and I was not accessing a number of healthcare services that I should have been.
It has ultimately, we believe in ESN, got to be a question about how can we transform lives so that people have a better experience and the quality of their lives is improved.
At European level, we need that type of experience, and we're getting it. We're getting it through ESN, we're getting it through our other stakeholders, but I think it's important to come together and pick out the most telling examples and feed them in. And I know that the Luxembourg presidency, who was present here, and the Dutch presidency will also put this very high on the agenda.
En disant que lors de cette conférence à Lisbonne, et grâce au réseau European Social Network, des idées, des propositions, des pistes nouvelles vont être présentées. Nous avons besoin de services sociaux efficaces, nous avons besoin de nouveaux partenariats, nous avons besoin de mise en réseau. Ce n'est qu'ainsi que nous réussirons à améliorer les conditions de vie de nos populations et à construire une véritable Europe sociale.